Hello, hello! Welcome back to N25 Story Summaries. Today's event is the Project Sekai equivalent of a special episode. It's World Link time! Now, I'll have to go into a bit of a lengthy explanation of what a world link is and how the story works before we get into the plot, but it is important to know. I'll try to be brief regardless. World links are a new event type that actually debuted with Nightcord in this very event. Each group will have one eventually. They run a bit longer compared to regular events because of the way the story is set up. Usually, an event is released, and the story is available to be unlocked in full on day 1 by earning event points. Basically, you can just play a bunch of shows and unlock all of the story chapters. World links are a bit different. Every 3 days, a member of the group will have their dedicated story chapters. So, in the Nightcord World Link, Mafiu goes first. Once you've unlocked Mafiu's 2 chapters, you have to wait until the Mafiu section of the event is finished before you can start to unlock the next story chapters, which in this case is Musique. All that to say, the story is paced out for the duration of the entire overarching event period. Oh, and there's an additional ending chapter as well. I'm telling you this so you won't get confused when I mention the different character chapters. There's lots more to explain on the gameplay side of things, but you're not here for that, so don't worry, I won't bore you with the details. Searching for Sunken Shadows ran on the JP server from November 8th through the 20th, 2023. The commissioned song is Twilight Light. Well, so much for keeping it brief. I'll just get on with the story now. Of course, would it be the Nightcord World Link if we didn't start out on Nightcord? The workflow between everyone is back to normal now that Mafiu is living with Kanade and has access to instruments again. She can take over the mixing aspect of the songs and give Kanade some more room to compose. Though she does look rather distressed while writing lyrics, according to Kanade. And to Miku, who just popped in to check on everyone. Oh, I totally forgot to mention this. I didn't realize it until Miku showed up. This is the first Nightcord event post 3rd anniversary. All that means for now is that everyone got new outfits. Okay, let's get into the Mafiu chapters then. Whoa, starting off with a bit of a surprise. Mafudad model time. He just kinda shows up here. Oh, it seems as though he's been coming over to Kanade's house on a weekly basis to check in on Mafiu and see if she's ready to go back home. She's not, of course, but I guess it's nice that Mafudad is still checking up on her and everything. At least Mafiu was allowing that much. Mafudad leaves and Kanade makes the two of them some tea. Mafiu apologizes out of nowhere. Based on Kanade's reaction, it seems as though Mafiu does that a lot, and Kanade has to reassure her that it's okay for her to continue to stay at her house until she's ready to go back. Mafiu just nods and says that she'll get back to work while Kanade goes to visit her own father. While writing lyrics, Mafiu keeps thinking of her parents, and a flashback plays of a few days after the events of Engeki. Apparently, Mafudad was away on a business trip when Mafiu ran away, and is only now able to go to Kanade's house to take his daughter home. Only Mafiu doesn't want to go home. Mafudad is shocked at how pained Mafiu looks while thinking of going back there, and though he is confused, he ultimately realizes that Mafiu needs more time and space to process everything. He's only heard his wife's explanation of everything after all. He says he'll bring over Mafiu's things and leaves not long after. Present-day Mafiu is feeling extremely guilty over making her dad worry. She has to go home eventually, but... Ooh, what's this? Mafu Mom flashback. But I don't recognize the background or the things that she says. My best guess is that they ran into each other on the street or something and Mafu Mom tried to interact. I guess we'll find out later. Mafiu decides to go look for Miku in the Sekai and is instead found by Len and Kaito. Clearly distressed, Len tries to comfort Mafiu and Kaito doesn't. He tells Mafiu not to run away from these feelings she's having, which, like, yeah, okay, sure. But she may not be in the best headspace to be hearing that? Okay. Regardless, a soothing melody starts playing from somewhere, sounding like something Kanade would make. Mafiu wants to go investigate and Len goes with her, leaving Kaito to go sulk or whatever he does when he's not being perpetually angry. The two find themselves at the edge of a mysterious lake, Miku standing near the water's edge. It's a completely new area of the Sekai that seems to have just appeared moments ago. The song seems to be coming from within the water, somehow, and while Miku and Len talk, Mafiu finds a children's picture book floating in the water. She picks it up and as she does so, another book appears on the surface. This one is a study guide for medical school. Just seeing the study guide sparks memories of her mother, and based on the sound effect, Mafuyu throws the book back into the lake. She tells Miku and Len that she never wants to come back here. Miku understands, but she hopes that Mafuyu will find the real reason as to why the lake appeared one day. Musique is working on the MV for the next song when she gets a little in her head about Mafuyu's situation and how it correlates with her own. It seems Musique has been thinking about their promise to Enna from Mizu 2, the Hermit event. What more can they offer Mafuyu now that she's decided to take their advice? Can they even offer anything more? Musique decides to head over to the Sekai to distract herself instead. She intends to look for Rin, but runs into Meiko instead. I've missed Meiko a little. It's been a while. Meiko immediately notices that something's off with Musique, and the latter dumps all of her worries onto Meiko. She's not really sure what's supposed to happen after the running away part, because Mizuki's never gotten that far before. Running is a temporary solution, so what's the permanent one? Obviously, it's to stop running from your problems and face them, as Meiko so eloquently puts it. It's easier said than done, but Meiko knows this and reassures Musique that this is the right choice. I've definitely missed Meiko. She's so kind to Musique and always knows what to say. Love her. Musique isn't sure if she's ready to face her problems yet, but at least she feels better having talked with Meiko. That's something. Oh, but Musique hasn't seen the new area in the Sekai yet, so let's head over to the lake with some cute banter between Meiko and Musique. Meiko and Musique find Rin and Miku by the lakeside, flipping through the picture book that Mafuyu found earlier. Musique plops herself in the middle and begins to read the book aloud, and the story inside is a not-so-subtle allegory of Mafuyu's childhood. She and her parents are represented by a family of rabbits, which is one of Mafuyu's symbolic motifs. When the little rabbit starts to feel burnt out, she's met with a friendly group of animals: a dog, a hedgehog, and a cat, each guiding the little rabbit in their own ways. The dog plays soothing music, the hedgehog draws pictures, and the cat offers kind words of advice, leading to the rabbit's escape from her cage. But that's where the story ends for now. The rest of the page is left blank in the book. Obviously, those other animals are the members of Nightcord. Kanade as a dog, Enna as a hedgehog, and Musique as a cat. Enna has a hedgehog. I love that. Musique ends her chapter by saying it's time for her to resolve her own problems, not wanting Mafuyu to steal all of the glory. Enna's chapter starts out with her art class. The only thing that's different this time is the fact that Rin and Len are here to watch. Rin comments that Enna doesn't look as troubled as she usually does when she's drawing. The class ends and Futaba asks Enna if she wants to join her on a trip to a cheesecake shop, which is basically the way to Enna's heart, so of course she accepts. Rin and Len are curious about the unfamiliar face and decide to stick around as the two walk out of class together. Of course, Enna is absolutely enamored by the desserts and is having the time of her life at this cafe. That is, until Futaba asks about Enna's university plans, and while she deflects in the moment, the thought of her own future consumes Enna as she walks home. It's nothing we haven't heard of before, and I'm a bit tired of repeating myself at this point, so I won't. Enna feels like she's not good enough. What's new? Rin and Len pop up and compliment her a lot. All of it goes in one ear and right out the other. Enna is a stubborn person. She's not going to truly accept her own improvement for a while, and she still doubts herself about, well, everything. She voices her thoughts aloud to Rin and Len, all with a sad smile on her face. I think that's the part that gets to me the most. She's saying all of this with such a defeated smile. I am not a fan. This defeated attitude really isn't like Enna, and Rin says this much to her. Where's that stubborn girl that argued with her father over the slightest prospect of giving up? Enna relents, if only to placate Rin a little, and says that she'll keep going regardless. Len offers to model for her, which is super cute given how nervous he was during Enna 3, and this is our obligatory reason for Enna to visit the lake for the first time. Our favorite hedgehog gets to work on the drawing of Rin and Len beside the lake after her initial reaction, and part of the way through, the lake starts playing music again. It's definitely one of Kanade's songs this time, and something glimmers in the water. It's one of Enna's drawings, and though she tries to reach for it, Len stops her before she can actually step in the water. It's the drawing she made of Mafuyu that one time, and Rin suggests it may have some importance to Mafiu since the whole Sekai is made of her feelings. If one of Enna's drawings affected Mafiu so much that it ended up manifesting in the Sekai, maybe Enna does have what it takes. Kanade's chapter opens with Honami finishing up her usual work, and a small flashback of her reaction to Mafiu's presence at the Yoisaki household. Of course, Honami is nothing if not accommodating, and only worries for Mafiu's emotional state. She takes the extra work in stride as well. Mafiu is sound asleep as Honami leaves, and Kanade thinks about, well, everything. The best she can do right now is to keep composing, but listening to a song won't fix the massive problem that's going on here. It's not enough. At that moment, Luca comes to fetch Kanade for her obligatory visit to the new area in the Sekai. While Kanade is participating in the daily trauma dump, Luca suddenly disappears and Kanade finds a little girl in her place, sobbing on the ground. Definitely a strange thing, since only the Nightcord members should have access to the Sekai, but the little girl is clearly upset, so Kanade makes helping her the first priority. The girl lost her bunny stuffed animal, so Kanade suggests that the two of them look for it together. Their search leads them over to the lake, to the source of the soft music. Kanade sees a glimmer of something in the water and tries to reach for it, thinking it may be the stuffed animal, but she nearly falls into the water in the process and the little girl says she can stop. If the rabbit is in the lake, it's probably long gone now. They're never going to find it. The little girl's sudden change in attitude reminds Kanade of Mafiu, and she tries to reassure the girl that they'll find her rabbit. The little girl thanks Kanade for everything, and she hears Mafiu's voice in the darkness, before suddenly waking up in her own room, as if it were all a dream. Mafiu looks over at her curiously and goes back to work, Kanade following suit soon after. Mafiu begins to softly hum a song, the same one that was playing in the Sekai. When Kanade comments on it, Mafiu catches herself and says that she didn't realize she was singing, only that the song was playing in a dream she'd just had. Mafiu had been lost in an unfamiliar place, looking for something, scared and alone. But the song helped her feel more at ease. I can't believe it, Kana Mafu matching dreams, oh my goodness. Kanade tells Mafiu about her similar dream, but the two don't say anything else after that, so I guess neither of them think it's all that important. Kanade does feel happy that both Mafiu and the little girl, which I'll just say was probably a young Mafiu, were helped by her music. While working that night, everyone decides to head over to the Sekai to listen to the newest song demo with all of the Vocaloids. Musique suggests going over to the lake, and this is where Kanade mentions her dream. Once they head over, Kanade confirms that this was indeed the place from her dream, and is now very confused over whether or not the dream was actually a dream. Everyone also shares their own experiences and encounters with the lake from their individual chapters. All the while, Mafiu is looking rather worse for wear. The Vocaloids reason that only Mafiu is able to retrieve anything from the lake, given that the Sekai is made from her feelings, and Kanade and Enna's attempts were futile. Mafiu clearly doesn't want to do that though, and only agrees after Kanade comforts her. She may find something she doesn't want to see, but the others will be there right by her side. First, Mafiu successfully fishes out the sketch of herself made by Enna. Next, some old sheet music of a Nightcord song. And finally, an apple, which prompts a whole wave of memories of Mafiu's mother. It's painful, and Mafiu doesn't want to keep thinking about it, but she can't seem to let go of it either. Suddenly, a door and stepping stones rise out of the lake and settle in the middle, interrupting everyone's thoughts. Mafiu tries to open the door, but it's locked. So it seems that even Mafiu can't open it, which probably means that none of the others can either. A door in the middle of the lake. Mafiu's feelings are changing and evolving in ways that seem uncertain as of now, but perhaps in the future they will start to make sense. Change is scary, but it's more bearable when you have people by your side. So Nightcord will weather this change together. A promise is made and a little seedling sprouts, born of what lies ahead. And that's the end. I'm not really sure what I was expecting after such a massive event like Engeki, but I guess this little breather was nice. Nothing overly important happened, just some focus on the Sekai and how that whole thing works. I'm curious to find out about the other Sekais made out of the feelings of the whole group. I guess I'll find out during those world links though. This video is already very long, so I won't talk for too much longer. The events are getting super dense now though. I kinda miss the filler event so I don't have to make each video longer than the last. Next up on the event list is Kanade's fourth focus, the way I played that day. I'll see you then.